the Keychron Q6. But didn't you already make a video on this? Yes, I did. So I'm gonna voice over the rest of the video in Japanese. これ全部日本語に訳すのめんどくせえな。やっぱ続き英語でやるわ。So that first Q6 video is my most viewed video on this channel by far at the time of me writing this, and I'm low-key salty about it. But still, to those who have watched it, liked it, left a comment, and subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for the support. And if you happen to be watching this as well, why not like this video too and subscribe to my channel? I would greatly appreciate that. Anyway, within less than a month of me making that video, I tried to do the PE foam mod that I saw in the comments, so I took it apart, slapped some foam that came in one of my other keyboards, plopped my switches in, and then nothing happened. I took it apart once again, and I saw the power indicator on the daughter board was lit, but not the main board. And she was fried. Since then, I have built 3 new keyboards and a numpad and have been daily driving the Novelkeys NK87 Illumina Edition with a Yunzi numpad that I got for like $30. I have also moved out, got a new setup, and been busy as hell with my video production work and traveling around the country for even more editing work, and I have completely forgotten about the Q6. Until now, I was able to get a replacement PCB directly from Keychron, and I haven't tested if it works yet, but we will see here today. Here today together. Also, they sent me a few random Keychron switches. They're brown, red, and blue. I probably won't use them, but very nice. The build's gonna be identical other than the switches and the tape to the first video, so I won't really be going too much into detail, but I'll go over my thoughts on using a full-size keyboard versus a TKL and a numpad. Why? Of course it's Allen. Why would anyone use Phillips head screwdrivers, the most standardized screw head? This time I'll be using gaff tape instead of painter's tape, definitely for the acoustics and not because I completely forgot I didn't have any painter's tape anymore. And speaking of switches, for this build I decided to get a pack of NK Silk Olivias from Novelkeys. I'm just kidding, 2 packs of NK Silk Olivias from Novelkeys. I'm just kidding, 3 packs of NK Olivias from Novelkeys. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. The switch was in a sample pack that I got from Keys, and I kind of fell in love with them. Although there were multiple switches I really liked, like the Keychron Oil Kings and actually strangely the baby kangaroo switches, I narrowed down the options to 2 switches, these and the Keys unicorn switches. I ended up going with the Olivia since they were a wee bit cheaper, and I also wanted to get this beautiful desk mat to replace my old boring crusty one. Anyway, I will gently set these here, and I will cover this up with a warm cloth and come back to it in about 48 hours. Actually, while we wait, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. They might actually hatch earlier if you do that. Okay, so looks like the switch is hatched thanks to you liking and subscribing, and have safely returned to the board. And we finished this up with the expensive keycaps, the PBT fans twist, and it looks the exact same. The pink housing on the switches surprisingly don't really tint the LEDs, and I can probably use the white light as well. It feels a bit heavier than the Tangies, but it feels super nice and it sounds really nice as well. Take a listen. Anyway, to the main subject of this video, should you get a full-size keyboard, or is a TKL or smaller board with a numpad better? As I've mentioned before, I avidly use the numpad. I work as a video editor and have a good amount of macros and keybinds assigned to the numpad. I fill in spreadsheets to make sure I'm not going to starve to death buying stupid shit and fixing my car, and I'm just faster at typing numbers on a numpad than when everything is horizontally laid out. When the Q6 got fried initially, I immediately had to get a numpad since many of my functions were just unusable without one. I did learn though that not having a numpad stuck to the right of my keyboard is super nice when I don't need it, like when I'm just browsing around, gaming, or doing something that's not on my creative software. When you do need the numpad, you just slide the dude next to the keyboard or just behind it, out of the way for your mouse. I also learned that having that extra space to move the keyboard around has ergonomic benefits too, and that you can have the mouse and keyboard closer to each other without having to reach across the desk so you don't hit your mouse when doing flick shots and stuff. It also improves your posture, although not scientifically proven, but it feels easier on the shoulders and arms because you don't have to have them spread apart all the way. and it's just generally more comfortable. When you're building a custom keyboard, a full size may be a bit more expensive as well, needing a good amount more switches compared to a 75% or smaller. Now, what are the benefits to having a full-size keyboard? The most obvious thing is that everything is one piece. You don't need to use up an extra USB port on your PC, you don't need to leave space for your numpad when you're not using it, and the numpad will be in the same spot no matter what. I'm aware of the relatively new Keychron Q12, which has the numpad on the left, which adds the benefit of extra mouse space on the right, but I personally just couldn't get used to the numpad being on the left when I tried putting mine on that side as well. I also wasn't aware of how much hate full-size keyboards get. Whenever I was browsing the r/mechanical keyboard sub, there were lots of beta Reddit commenters who blast tons of hate whenever people post pics of full-size keyboards. I think since more compact keyboards have become mainstream, full-size keys have become different, I guess. People are just not seeing the point of having a massive hunk of computer accessory on your desk. But also these losers probably just don't have the forearm strength to lift a nice full-size keyboard, so they'd have to vent their concerns somewhere. If you're one of these people and need someone to talk to, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and set the playback speed to 0.75, and I am sure I will listen to you. Anyway, I can't really think of any other reason why one would choose a full-size board other than for the convenience of the numpad always being in the same spot, or if you just don't care. If it's your work keyboard and you don't play any games or use a low sensitivity on your mouse, no brainer, get a full size. Otherwise, if you don't use a numpad, if you only play games, or if you have extra space on your desk, I don't see a point in getting a full size. A TKL has all the benefits of a full size with all the function keys, arrow keys, the print and page up, whatever those keys are called, with extra space for your mouse. I found I didn't really like the layout of the 75% though, like the TH80 Pro, because of the weird arrow keys and just the lack of these extra keys. And a 60% and smaller is just impractical for my use. But anyway, that was my thoughts on using a full-size keyboard versus a TKL or 75%. If you enjoy this video, you might like some of my other keyboard videos as well. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you think about different keyboard sizes. Thanks for watching, stay safe, don't die. See ya.